Again, I'm out here at the Shillapu Wildlife Refuge. It's been really wet and the grass is super tall. I'm not joking. I'm standing by a blade of grass that is certainly up to my shoulder, and it's late May, so its seeds are ready to go into the wind. And I do want to say, if you're walking in tall grass, you need to be super careful about ticks. And I grew up in New England, which is the epicenter of Lyme disease, and it's been really interesting hearing about that and watching Lyme disease move from the from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. Not quite here in the Pacific Northwest, but there are isolated things, and definitely on the east side of the Cascades there's a lot of problems. But that reminds me that I want to talk to you about one plant. This plant right here, I'm sure you see it often. This is a very tall, dry stalk of Teasel. And you can see the new growth as you come down. It's a biannual plant. Lasts for 2 years. This is like the first year growth, right? It grows pretty tall, as you can see. But it is medicinal as well. As we continue researching Teasel, there was a lot of concern that it really wasn't good for much. As I mentioned, it's highly invasive. It's moving from Europe into the east coast of the United States all the way to the west coast. There have been some recent studies suspecting that if you take a tincture of Teasel made from this lovely little plant down here, it can actually protect you from getting the virus that causes Lyme disease. And that's a big deal. And I think it's really interesting to think about how plants respond to environments, how environments respond to plants, and this really intertwined nature of how things grow in our world and how things move. And if we're going to be thinking about invasives and diseases and other things and movements, we need to think about as well the possibility that some of these plants can help us out. They're invasive as well, but maybe they can be of some benefit. And hopefully this research about Lyme disease and Teasel will pay off, and we can find a way to treat and possibly even prevent getting Lyme disease. I did want to mention, it's a really kind of a warm, muggy day here in Southwest Washington, and my walk smells amazing. All the Nootka roses are in bloom, full bloom, absolutely beautiful. I'm walking on a kind of a gravelly trail, but it's interspersed with that pineapple chamomile, that pineapple weed. So all I can smell is pineapple weed and roses, and it's not a bad way to spend an afternoon.